can't believe we are at the end of the series of Christ Revealed, episode number 9. You know, Patrick, you talked about saving some of the most compelling, the most life-changing interviews to the very last episode. So tell us, what can we expect from this?
Well, you can expect a lot. There is a dense amount of very powerful content in our episode 9 here. We start out with Dr. Eli Shukron, and Eli is the person who discovered the Pool of Siloam. The Pool of Siloam is something very significant biblically because this is one of the great miracles that's best known that Christ performed, where we had a blind man who he had come across when he was by the temple in Jerusalem, and the blind man asked, why am I like this? Am I being punished? And Christ had an amazing message for him, and he asked the blind man to go down to the Pool of Siloam after rubbing mud on his eyes and said, wash this mud off and you will see. And sure enough, the blind man saw after this. Now, many of the skeptics said, well, it's never really been found, this Pool of Siloam. We think it's sort of a myth. It doesn't really exist. And there was some speculation about where it might exist. But Eli discovered the actual Pool of Siloam not that long ago, so it's a very recent discovery. And not only do we discuss this, but we actually take a walk and go right into the Pool of Siloam. So it's a very, very moving thing. It's something that has biblical significance. It's very inspiring. It also adds to the evidence that we've been covering all through the Christ Revealed series. Next, we have my interview with Governor Mike Huckabee. What an amazing human being. Someone who did not hide his faith while he was running for the most powerful office in the land, the presidency of the United States. Sincere individual, powerful faith, and I have to tell you that there's a new dimension to understanding what it means to walk in faith when you're a very public person, especially when you're competing for a very powerful office. So you're going to be riveted by that interview. And then we conclude episode 9 with my interview with Ayton Shishkoff. And I have to tell you, Ayton has got an amazing story. He grew up as a hippie in the United States. How he came to faith is something you just have to listen to that story. But then he went to Israel, and he's been there for decades, and also as a part of his journey in Israel, had his church firebombed. So you want to talk about somebody who really had to go through a lot of trials and tribulations based on his faith. This is a great interview to end our final episode 9 with. So I really look forward to jumping into this with you. Make sure that you dive all the way into it. You're going to get a lot out of it. Soak it up. I look forward to this experience with you.
Holds some finding that was there.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
It's really amazing. You hear people talk about coming here as spiritually, it's transforming, because it lives in your mind and you have a certain abstract understanding. But when you show up, and I'm just looking behind you and seeing the ruins of the city of David here, and then knowing, that I could turn around and say, well, there's, the Mount of Olives, there's, where the ascension took place. And then, knowing these varying pieces all come together and you're walking around in it. I don't know how to communicate, that it's different to be here than it is to learn about it, but it is different.
This is what I'm saying all the time. When you're sitting in Washington, D.C., or you're sitting in Utah or in Texas, and you read in the Bible, it's a Bible, and you don't understand what it's look like. You heard about the Jordan River, you heard about Jerusalem, you heard about... It's not just to read what the Bible says, it's the feeling. Even what you think about the Jordan River, it's not the same, like you see in reality, but it's still, I'm here, I'm part of it. And this is the amazing, when you hear and when you see it.
You're 100% right. I was in the Jordan River yesterday, so you're 100% right.
You understand what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I understand exactly what
you mean. It's not the Mississippi, it's not the Nile. No way. But the Bible talk about it.
Yes.
But Joshua crossed the Jordan River. But Jesus baptized in the Jordan River. But, it's amazing.
It's amazing.
This is the connection with the Bible and the finding and the field.
that's it for this particular interview. Thanks for joining me. Really excited to take this ongoing journey with you as we keep bringing more content. If you haven't already, you really should subscribe to this channel. There's a lot of phenomenal content coming down the road into the future that you'll want to know about. Leave a comment down here. I think people would love to hear from you, and then you can hear from them too. If you liked it, go ahead and give a like. It only takes half a second, and share this with people that you care about. The world needs more light in it right now. So thanks for being with me. Hope to connect with you again soon.